What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you ever turn a subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want to wish everybody a happy Friday. By being Friday, you know what it is, and if you've been with this channel long enough, you know what tonight is. The night we all wait for. The Friday night live stream where we tear it up. It'll be exciting. I got some stories for y'all. We're going to love. We're going to live. We're going to laugh it up tonight, as we always do. Anybody that has never made one of my live streams and is new to the channel, I implore you to show up. You will have a good time. It's a break from the normal stories that I do, something totally different. And it's me giving back to my YouTube family. So make sure you're there tonight, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. But I have a story update, and that's what this video is about. Back in March, I did a story about a crime that was committed earlier this year by this man right here. This dude right here is a piece of crap. His name is Joseph Harrell. He's 18 years old, and he's been locked up for a while. What this man did, and a lot of you guys that was with me know that face because I did a really good video on him. This is the guy that followed a lady from an ATM machine, an Asian lady, through Chinatown in Houston, and dropped her on her head, took her money, and paralyzed her. Innocent woman just did that to her. Now, I gave my opinion on that, and I'll talk a little bit about that later. But today, he was sentenced in court for the crime that he committed against this woman. Now, I'm going to play this video. There was a girl with him that drove, and she's named in this video. She also was awaiting sentencing, and you'll see it later on. But I just want to bring light. I try to do updates on these stories when they come across. This guy got convicted, and he got a gang of time for what he did, and deservedly so. Check this out.
A teenager accused of body slamming a woman in Asiatown during a robbery has been convicted. This is an update you're seeing first on KHOU 11. That brutal attack happening earlier this year, leaving that victim partially paralyzed. Our Michelle Choi spoke with prosecutors just a few hours ago. Michelle.
Yeah, Sherman, prosecutors say the now 18-year-old Joseph Harrell took a plea deal yesterday and was sentenced to 30 years for aggravated robbery causing serious bodily injury. Take a look. Many of you may recall this awful story. The violent robbery was all caught on camera back in February of this year. Investigators say Harrell and a young woman followed Nung Trung to a nearby business in Asiatown after the mother of three withdrew cash from a bank. In the video, you can see Harrell attacking her and later body slamming her down onto the concrete before taking off with her cash. Trung suffered a severe back injury and hasn't been able to walk since. Prosecutors tell us she still has a long road to recovery, but she's happy with the outcome, and so are they, saying they're glad Harrell no longer poses a threat to the community.
Everyone in our community should be able to do things like go to the bank without having to look behind their back and be afraid. And someone like Joseph Harrell makes people feel unsafe in their community.
Yeah, prosecutors say the other suspect, 19-year-old Zainika Woods, also took a plea deal pleading guilty to robbery. She'll be sentenced by a judge in 2 weeks. Now, prosecutors say Harrell will have to serve at least half of his sentence, so 15 years, before he's eligible for parole. I'll have a lot more from prosecutors coming up at 4 and 5.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of one Mr. Joseph Harrell and him getting sentenced to 30 years. Now, they said that he'll have to do 15 mandatory. I guess some people think that's enough. I'd have gave him the whole 30 straight. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. Stories like this aggravate me. And this is one of the stories, main stories that got me really starting to do these type of stories. Because no matter what you say, America, like people say stuff about America and all this other stuff, it's a lot of different races here, nationalities, and cultures. They're always going to look at certain races and certain cultures a certain way. Whether we like it or not as an individual or as a community, same thing with other communities. But this right here, crimes like this is what makes, people look at a certain social group, a certain social class as a certain way You know, and a lot of times we don't call this stuff out and shun it like other social classes do. Me, I don't give a damn. I'm going to say what need to be said. And the reason why right and wrong are universal. That exists in all humanity. So if something wrong, call it out. Something right, same thing. This guy right here followed this woman, I think it was, I want to say 30 miles. He followed her from a bank with the girl driving 30 miles, 25, 30 miles. Just driving around until she stopped. She got out to go take the money to whoever money it was or whatever, and just ran up on her, grabbed her, looking stupid. You seen the video? No strategy, just doing whatever they do. Wasn't strong enough to get up off the ground because she was resistant, and he dropped her on her head, right on that curb. Boom. They showed it in the other video, but they ain't gonna show it now. Like they said, this lady messed her up, couldn't use her legs. She was the sole provider of her family, guys. And she got small kids, early teens. I think she got 3 kids. She's the only one pulling for that. Now, a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, I seem like I'm animated or upset about it. I'm out here. I got accounts in, they call it Asia Town now. We used to call it Chinatown. I got accounts out there. What's significant about this video is I drove by the strip mall today on my way back here before I made this video. And I was like, man, that's where that guy paralyzed that lady at. And boom, I look on the feed in the news up there. I said, man, this is crazy. But I mean, it is what it is. They call it jugging, when you run up and just strong arm somebody or pull a gun out and just take what you want from them in the street. It's all over the place. Not just here in Houston, other places. It's like a random thing. It just came out of nowhere. Just let's go out broad daylight and do something to somebody that don't know us and not worry about if we hurt them and what we take from them and the effect of how it has on their family or them after losing it and having to replace it. It's like people want what they want and they'll take it from you and not expect nothing to happen. This is crazy. This lady still can't walk, y'all. She had a GoFundMe a while ago. I did this story when I was in Memphis for that meet and greet that week. And I remember this story carefully because this was one of the first GoFundMes I had contributed to, because I can understand how it is to be the sole provider. And I can only imagine the level of stress for herself and for her children. You understand what I'm saying? Where she can't work. A lot of us work 9 to 5s. If we get sick and can't go to work and miss 2 days, that paycheck coming, we like, oh man, we ain't got enough to pay our bills, so on and so forth. Can you imagine just being taken out of the whole rat race altogether? And your kids got to eat? Now I'm going to tell you something. What really made me do this story and what really upset me when I first did this story and I really went off was the fact that what they didn't tell you in this video, this guy was so stupid. He got on a jail phone and talked about his case to his family back home or whoever it was he was talking to, a family member, got upset because the lady had a GoFundMe and got significant money from the GoFundMe. Man, they trying to give me 30 years. She had a GoFundMe. She got that money. Man, that lady. They recorded it, played it right on TV, further implicating him and making him look stupid. It's like we got criminals out here now that don't even know how to keep their mouth closed or even know the way the game go in doing crime. That sounds messed up, like I'm a criminal. But you understand what I'm saying. As soon as you pick the phone up in jail, hey, this is a recorded line. Watch what you say. They tell you. They give you the heads up. He get on there and run his mouth. He got everything he deserved. The only thing he didn't get is the kung fu kicks from all them Asians out there. You went into a place where you were severely outnumbered to cause problems. You ain't even from over there. Like I said before, every Asian out there should have came out and kung fu kicked the shit out of his ass. And I wouldn't have did nothing knowing the backstory. This is craziness. Too many people are getting targeted by lowlifes out here. And it's like For what? It's bad enough somebody come and take your stuff. But when it has a lasting effect on your mind and your body, no, jail ain't enough. Jail is not enough. What say you, man? Leave me a comment on this. You think 30 years was enough? But 15 is the minimum he got to serve? Now, the girl, what's her name? Zanika Woods, she gets sentenced 2 weeks from now. Her penalty going to be high, too. They taking this crime serious. I mean, that's another thing. When people commit crimes, those of us that's been locked up before, we know they look a lot at a certain intangibles. Why you did it, what possessed you to do it. And, you know, if you ain't got no reason why you did it, the time pile up. What was your intent? You see what I'm saying? The time piles up. This guy targeted and preyed on a random person, a woman at that. Not knowing who she is, not knowing her background, not knowing nothing, just knowing that she had money and he wanted it. Dumb stuff. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Remember tonight, the live stream, it's Friday night. You're going to get loose, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Be there.